Okay. Hi everybody. So if you have come to this video, you are probably wondering what's best tire for my car, and in this case for my Audi A2. I have been testing tires and wheels since 2008, and for the A2 I have been promoting these Michelin Prima Supports 165, 65, 15 for the last few years, because they have been the best tire I have been found for the car so far. But I had a tire accident a few weeks ago. I drove to a curb about 30-40 kilometers per hour, 120 millimeter high curb, and I broke the tire and air came out. The wheel is still okay because it's a forged wheel. It didn't get almost no damage at all. But I started to look again better tires for my car, because my target consumption for the car is 2 liters at 100 kilometers per hour speed. I need to have the best tires for the task. And again I started to look, is there new tires that have come to market that are better than these ones. And I did a lot of calculation again, estimating the fuel consumption, what's the impact of the rolling resistance and aerodynamic drag. And what I found out, that there actually is a better tire. For Audi A2, the 3-liter model uses 145/80 14-inch tires, but that's rolling resistance is only rated to C class, which isn't optimal, but it's very narrow tire, so it helps with the drag a lot. So we want to have a narrow tire for the drag reduction, because in a lightweight car, the rolling resistance is not so huge part of the consumption, and that's why the width of the tire is more important than the rolling resistance. And I was able to find these 145/65/15 Continental Eco Contact 6, and they actually made this tire with the B rolling resistance label for a short period of time, and I was able to find 2 of these first to test and see what the consumption is. So here are some rough ballpark calculations on the matter. So the wheel I will be using are the same, 6x15, and the problem what's with these, that I would need a wider wheel for these tires to have lower rolling resistance. The width of the wheel impacts a lot to the rolling resistance of the tire. And there isn't so many lightweight wider wheels, which are cheap even, also available. So I would need 6.5 or 7-inch wide wheel for these 165 tires. But actually this 6x15 size is perfectly optimal for this 145 wide tire. So you need to go about 1 inch over the recommended wheel width, and then you will have the best rolling resistance that you can have. So rolling resistance, even it's rated for B, it will be actually better than this tire's A rolling resistance. This one is 0.0064, and this one is from 6.6 to 7.8, but it will go lower than 6.4 because it will be installed to wider wheel, and also because the load rating is lower in this tire. Load rating in this tire is 355 kilos per tire, and this one 462 kilos. So in normal condition, my Audi, I think it weighs about 1,100 kilos plus me as a driver. So it's about 600 kilos or something for the front axle. So it's 300 kilos per tire. And the more you actually load the tire, the lower the rolling resistance, or the better the rolling resistance coefficients will be. And that's the biggest problem in most cars, that you have tires with so high load rating that the actual load that you're putting normally to the tire is only 50% of the maximum load. And then you're leaving a lot of rolling resistance improvements to the table. And in this project car, we don't want to do that. And none of my own cars, I don't want to do that. So that will make the rolling resistance of this tire much better than this tire. Its impact to consumption is minimal, not even deciliter, but it's better. What's more important, like I said, the width of the tire. And in this case, it's 20 millimeter narrower than this 165 tire. And impact to frontal area of the car, that I will put the smaller tire to this wheel, will be 0.3% smaller. So the total drag force is always frontal area multiplied the drag coefficient. So 0.3% saved already there. But the biggest saving comes that it will lower the car. It's 26 millimeter smaller diameter has this smaller tire, so the car will be lowered 13 millimeter, and that will impact the drag coefficient. And my estimation is that it's narrower tire and the car will be lowered a little bit. Its impact will be 13 to 15 drag counts. So if the drag coefficient is 0.25, it will go to 0.235 or something like that. And that will lower the consumption. And how much? It will be about 2 deciliters lower consumption than with these tires, and that's already a lot. So all the tiny details matter when you're choosing wheels and tires. Impact to drivability, I will be testing that, but when you install it to wide wheel, the steering response will be still rapid and accurate. And also suspension comfort will get better, because when it's narrower tire, it will flex a little bit more, even if you're using high tire pressures. Like I have 4 bar pressure in these tires. I think I will use 3.5 with these. The sidewall says only use 3 bars in these, and here 3.5 bars, so I go half a bar over. But that's the play I want to game, or the play I want to play to get there. So in the end, it doesn't matter if you're using an electric car, diesel car, petrol car. Choosing smaller tires which are narrower helps usually a lot with the consumption. The drag coefficient, even if it's a heavy EV, impact is big. But there the rolling resistance matters more, because the car's weight is around 2 tons, 2000 kilos, so its impact is also much bigger than cars which are around 1000 kilos. Then the rolling resistance is not so important. I'm hoping they will bring a better version of this Eco Contact, or maybe Michelin will make also this. It's an original tire in the small smart cars at the front. And wish me luck. 2 liters consumption should be coming this summer. A lot of modifications are needed. I'm now trying to get the engine back to a normal working condition. My thermostat was broken, my engine temperature sensor was broken, and many other things need to be fixed. Car is already driven 400,000 kilometers, so it's not new in any matter, but it's only a test mule, so I try to patch it together and make it work. Thanks for watching, and keep tuning your cars.